show you how great I am.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I am the king of the world.
G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. All social media is in the description box, and please hit that bell icon so you be notified when I drop that heat. This video is sponsored by my boy Fast Classic. One of my personal favorite rappers. His mixtape is in the description box. It is absolutely free. Definitely give him a download, give him a listen. And this video was sponsored by my boy Matt. Definitely check his apparel out on IG at WeAllFrom. Now, coming off of Saturday's pay-per-view, Manny Pacquiao versus Adrien the Problem Broner. As of right now, it has sold over 400,000 pay-per-view buys. Yes, 400,000 pay-per-view buys. Now, I have to put this information out here before I even get started on the pay-per-view buys for this fight. Now, anybody familiar with the channel, G5 Jeff TV, y'all know that I take absolute pride in doing breakdown and prediction videos. And I purposely did not do a breakdown and prediction video for this fight. Number one, I would have picked Manny Pacquiao to win. Number two, how the fight went is exactly how I thought the fight was going to go. And number three is I like to keep a win-loss record when it comes down to my official breakdown and prediction videos. And to be honest, no disrespect to Adrien Broner, I would have really felt like I'd have been cherry picking a victory for my prediction videos. So I just felt like it was better if I didn't do a breakdown and prediction video for this fight. And that's just what it was. So if you was looking for that from me, you didn't get it, and that's the reason why you didn't get it. Now, in regards to the actual fight, and I'm going to talk about the actual fight before I get started with the pay-per-view buys. The fact that Adrien Broner thought he won the fight was it was hilarious. Like, I got a good laugh out of it. People take Adrien Broner different ways. I guess it's dependent on whether you like him, dislike him, love him, or hate him. I'm an Adrien Broner fan, but I'm gonna tell you why in a little bit. But a lot of the stuff that he does, I just don't take it to heart at the end of the day. So what he did during the interview after the fight, you know, I didn't take anything out of that, to be perfectly honest with you. I really didn't take anything out of that. Now, in regards to the fight, I seen what Adrien Broner was trying to do. And it just didn't work out for him. Like, I seen what he was trying to do technically. You know, he was trying to throw the straight right hand, which is what you're supposed to do against the southpaw. But the thing was, he was trying to throw the straight right hand, but he wasn't fully committing to the straight right hand. And then when he did fully commit with the straight right hand that one time, and he tried to follow it up with a check left hook, what happened was Manny Pacquiao actually countered his check left hook and rocked him back, and that was when he staggered back and then got back to his base. But scheme wise, you know, you could see what Adrien Broner was trying to do. It just didn't work. Like, have we seen Manny Pacquiao better? Absolutely. You know, but we have to realize that he's 40 years old. I think for a 40-year-old Pacquiao, I thought he looked good. In the fight. You could tell he wanted to kind of just probably unleash a little bit more, and he did say that in the post-fight interview. But he was told by Freddie Roach to, you know, be defensively responsible, not, you know, unload as much as you possibly could have. You know, Manny Pacquiao could have made that fight a lot worse off for Adrien Broner. I thought he was pretty tamed and subdued in that fight. I think probably 3-4 years ago, Manny Pacquiao probably would have got Broner up out of there. But how the fight went is exactly how I thought it was going to go. I thought AB was going to be at least somewhat competitive in the fight, and I'm thinking what I mean by competitive for AB in this fight would have been 8 rounds to 4. Now, 2 of the judges gave Adrien Broner 4 rounds. I don't know what the fuck they was looking at. Nobody's talking about that, but y'all know I'm big on judges and judging. If you watch that fight and gave Adrien Broner 4 rounds, you need to be drug tested. You understand what I'm saying? You need to be drug tested. Now I'm not gonna say you on the finest juices. It wasn't that bad, but I do think you need to be drug tested if you gave Adrien Broner 4 rounds. Like, he didn't land more than 8 punches in any round in the fight. Like, enough said. So, with that being said, the fight went exactly how I thought it was going to go. Now, let's get to the topic at hand, which is the actual pay-per-view buys. Now, what does this 400,000 pay-per-view buys mean? Couple of things. It means that Adrien Broner was right in terms of what he said in the post-fight after the Mikey Garcia loss. He said, no matter what I do, when it's time for me to fight, y'all gonna come see me. People booed him. After that fight, people said they wasn't gonna watch Adrien Broner no more. And the next time he fought, they was sitting there watching. This is the first time AB was on pay-per-view. And the fact that a 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao and a 29-year-old Adrien Broner that has not beaten a B+ or A-level fighter in his career to sell 400,000 pay-per-view buys, it says a lot about the star power of both of these guys. Now, I got a lot of UK listeners, and they like, 400,000 is not nothing. I tell you this all the time. Listen, the US market and the UK market is 2 completely different markets. The UK money and the American money is 2 different types of money. 2 different types of money, and I'm not even going to get into details in terms of that, but y'all can listen to past videos, and I've broken down why the markets are different, and one is not better than the other. It's just 2 different markets. But this pay-per-view, Manny Pacquiao, Adrien Broner, did more than Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury did 350,000 pay-per-view buys, which I thought was great for them two. Okay? But you got to think about it. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder is the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. In a lot of people's eyes, he was the best heavyweight in the world. Has knocked out every single person he's been in the ring with. Tyson Fury, before he had the personal issues, he was the lineal heavyweight champion of the world. And the only reason why Wilder or AJ has belts right now is because Tyson Fury went out on a leave. And that's just the facts of it. 2 undefeated fighters in their prime, and they are heavyweights, which is the glamour division of boxing, and they sold 350. But then on the other hand, you have Manny Pacquiao, who was past his prime, but he was the second cash cow outside of Floyd Mayweather Jr. in his prime, and Adrien the Problem Broner, who, like I said, has not beaten a B+ or A-level fighter in his career. His biggest victories is against Paulie Malignaggi at 147. That's his biggest victory at 147. His other big victory was at 135. These are facts. Adrien Broner steps up in competition. He loses. He fought Mikey Garcia. Lost. Even when he fought Paulie, there were some people that thought Paulie won that fight. And Paulie could have made a legitimate claim that he did win that fight. He fought Chino Maidana. Lost that fight. Fought Sean Porter. Lost that fight. When he fought Adrien Granados, he was in a dog fight. He fought Emmanuel Taylor, he was in a dog fight. Even if you want to go back to the lighter weight classes, Ponce de Leon, that was a dog fight. People thought he lost that fight. His 8th fight in his career, Fernando Quintero, a lot of people felt like he lost that fight. So AB has 4 losses in his career, but you could honestly say he could possibly have 7, 8 losses on his record. And him and Manny Pacquiao did 400,000 pay-per-view buys. Whether you like Adrien Broner, dislike Adrien Broner, love him or hate him, Adrien Broner is a star despite his record. And we all know that Adrien Broner has patterned his boxing career after Floyd Mayweather Jr. He has failed in a lot of ways comparing to Floyd Mayweather Jr. But the one thing that Adrien Broner accomplished, that Floyd Mayweather accomplished, is no matter who Adrien Broner is fighting, when you see that he is fighting, you are going to watch. And this is what these pay-per-view numbers prove. Like, I know AB said he was doing it for the hood. He was doing it for the block and all of that. I'm not going to lie. Guys was having fight parties. And it was some buzz for this fight. It was some buzz for this fight as it got close. It was definitely some buzz for this fight. People was betting on the fight. People had fight parties. People was gathering up to watch the pay-per-view. And, of course, it didn't have like the Floyd Mayweather type event, like national holiday type feel. But it was some buzz in the hood. It was definitely some buzz in the hood for this pay-per-view between Manny Pacquiao and Adrien Broner. And you have to give credit to Manny Pacquiao, of course, for pulling in good numbers at the age of 40. But I want to focus on Adrien Broner. The reason why you need to give Adrien Broner credit is because now it's not about his record. People just want to see him lose just to shut him up temporarily. And that's facts. That's facts. Like, I personally don't have high expectations for Adrien Broner inside of the ring. Paulie Malignaggi said it the best. Once you throw a barrage of punches at him, he just freezes. He doesn't walk away. He doesn't try to counter in between the shots if it's more than 2 or 3. He doesn't do any of that. All he does is just block the shots. He pauses, stops what he's doing, and he just blocks the shots and talks. That's what he does. And I've said this in previous videos, but I'm going to say it again in this video. Adrien Broner is great at playing chess at his speed. But you ask Adrien Broner to play high-speed chess, he can't play. And every loss that he's taken, and on top of every loss that he's taken, every fight that he's had difficulty in, his opponent has attempted to play high-speed chess with him. Sean Porter played high-speed chess with him. And what I mean by that is they turned up the pressure and they quickened the pace. That's high-speed chess to me. It's not a slow-paced fight. Like, the way Adrien Broner fights is similar to how Bernard Hopkins fought in his 40s. He just slowed down the pace to like a snail-type pace so he could take his time, rest here, rest there, pot shot, pick his shots. That's how Adrien Broner fights right now at 29. But when an opponent doesn't allow him to fight that way, he has difficulty. If he doesn't just flat out lose. Mikey Garcia turned up the pressure on him, turned up the pace of the fight. Lost. Sean Porter did the same thing. Lost. Chino Maidana did the same thing. Lost. Manny Pacquiao did the same thing. Lost. Adrien Granados did the same thing. Got close. Controversial. Emmanuel Taylor turned up the pressure, was close to the last round, so he got the knockdown in the last round. Like, that's what you do with Adrien Broner. And it's well documented. So I don't go into a fight thinking that Adrien Broner is going to let his hands go or he's going to put everything together in this fight. AB going to go into the fight and he going to do whatever he want to do. The blueprint is out on Adrien Broner. Like, he just can't play high-speed chess. He just can't. He can't, point blank, period. But the thing about Adrien Broner is that this pay-per-view shows that he's a star. Now, I don't think he can get away with his name being on another pay-per-view, because people not going to buy another Adrien Broner pay-per-view. They'll watch him on regular Showtime, Fox, or whatever the case may be, but they're not going to put Adrien Broner on another pay-per-view and people are going to buy it. Not 400,000, not even 300,000. Because the rumor now is Adrien Broner and Danny Garcia. That better be on regular Showtime. That's not a pay-per-view fight. Neither one of them deserves a pay-per-view fight right now. Even though Danny Garcia is a star in his own way, and Adrien Broner is a star in his own way, and that's a good fight for both guys. It's not a pay-per-view fight at the end of the day. But these pay-per-view numbers between Manny Pacquiao and Adrien Broner proves to me that Manny Pacquiao can still do pay-per-views and get to around 400, 500,000 buys with any of those PBC guys that's on top right now, the welterweight division. And Adrien Broner, in his one opportunity, showed that he's a star, because everybody knew who Adrien Broner was prior to this pay-per-view, and people still went out and paid their hard-earned money to see AB. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5FTV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.